Exactly what this day is about.
Well, a very good morning to you too. As we do know, the opening of the national parks is mainly to educate South Africans. It's for all South Africans. It's free for a week. It's to create awareness amongst communities, especially, our South African community, about our parks, so that we can at least go around saying that we do know our parks. So this is an opportunity, especially for those, that are still at school as well, who want to familiarize themselves with exactly what is a national park, the heritage, therefore, that comes with these national parks, and how far we've come in terms of building them and creating spaces where people can educate themselves and learn more about animals, the forestry as well, and just about South Africa as a whole.
Well, it's interesting to know, Iviwe, why the Parks Week does not include weekends.
Well, we have actually spoken to the minister. We've asked her, we had an interview with her a bit earlier, and we asked her, why don't they actually include a weekend? And she said, like a park like Addo Park is, they have the big 7. So they're busy throughout the year. When you book, you have to actually book 3 months in advance. So weekends are already booked, and this week is actually set aside to ensure that, South Africans can actually come for free. So if we have a huge influx of tourists coming from all over the world that come specifically, over the weekends, as we know a lot of people travel over the weekends, and then we have a huge influx of those that are also coming in for free. It becomes a bit of a train smash, and she believes that it won't be able to work correctly. And at the same time, we don't want to take away from the economy that these national parks actually have, and they mainly depend on weekends, going through maybe like to a Monday, so you book from Friday to Monday, so the weekends are always included. So that's why we only have it open from a Monday to a Friday.
So are the celebrations confined to one particular province, or is it just across the country?
This is definitely across the country, but I think another reason why, obviously, Addo is one of the top 3 biggest national parks that we have in South Africa. It's the only national park that has the big 7. And today, the minister, earlier on this morning, she also opened an additional section that is being reopened, that has been opened here at Addo National Parks, which will also then, fall under SANParks, which is called Inyati. So that's what she was doing earlier. She was opening that section. So you also do know that SANParks is also about creating, job opportunities amongst the areas that they are. They're always in secluded areas. Like in Addo, they have, job creation issues. They mainly depend on farm created jobs. So the Nyati residents will now, be able to take 16 more people that will have new jobs. So it's also a type of job creation opportunity that they're doing for the community. So I think that's why, also one of the reasons why they've used Addo this year. It's the top 3, and as well as, the big 7 is here. But the celebrations are ongoing. The minister hasn't actually addressed any of the audience yet. She's still, going through a viewing in terms of what community members can offer tourists in this area. So it's your beaded works, exactly what is in the park, type of education. Also educating people in terms of, we have a huge issue of rhino poaching. So she's going through the educational processes that one will actually go through the week when they come down to see the national parks. But it's all through South Africa. All the parks are open for this week. It's SANParks Week, that's what they call it. So I guess people can actually use this opportunity to familiarize themselves with one of the things that South Africa prides themselves on.
So is this SANParks Week likely to boost the culture of visiting parks for South Africans, because we know that it's mainly the preserve of tourists?
Well, speaking to the minister, she said, for the past 11 years, they're actually seeing that more people actually come through when it's SANParks Week. And after that, you find South Africans actually booking themselves into the national parks instead of leaving the country to go on holiday. They actually book into this, the national parks to go on holiday, because a lot of people also use it for leisure. She says you also find that academics are coming to do their research at the national park. So you'll find that especially those that are working with the environment, they'll also book into, the national parks to do their research. So it's not only, in terms of leisure and holiday, but also there's an academic purpose to it as well. So they're definitely creating their own economy, a way that they can make profit through these national parks without destroying what we actually have.
Well, Iviwe, I certainly hope you guys are going to have fun over there. Thank you so much for your time.